In our previous session, verse 4 described Bhagavān's eightfold material nature: earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intellect, and ego. The verse gave us a particular reminder. Use the mind as an instrument. Don't let every thought define you. But this raises a deeper question. If the body, mind, intellect, and ego are all instrument within the prakrti, what makes this a living, conscious being rather than merely an arrangement of instruments? So today's verse 5 begins to answer that question. Let us begin with invocation prayer. Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vedvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Apareyamitastvanyam prakrutim vidhi me param jivabhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Apareyamitastvanyam prakrutim vidhi me param jivabhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. What makes the instruments alive? In today's verse, Master Krishna introduces parā prakṛti, his higher nature, his higher energy. This higher prakrti is associated with the jiva, the conscious living being through whom the world of life is sustained. The contrast between previous verse and this is important. Previous verse 4 describes the equipment, the physical elements, the mind, the intellect, and the ego. This verse 5 directs our attention to the conscious living being associated with the equipment. The body can be observed, thoughts can be noticed, intellectual judgment can be reconsidered. Even our idea of I am this kind of person can change. Therefore, none of these changing instruments taken by itself fully explains the conscious being who experiences through them. The key insight is the body and mind are instruments, but they do not explain the conscious being who experiences through them. This does not mean that we neglect the body or reject the mind. Karma Yoga requires us to care for the instruments and use them responsibly, but it also prevents us from reducing our entire identity to physical condition, emotional reaction, social role, success or failure. That is why the reminder is use the body and mind as instruments. Don't reduce yourself to the instruments. Consider a simple example. You prepare carefully for a presentation, but afterward someone criticizes your work. The mind reacts, they do not respect me. The ego adds, I must defend myself immediately. The body becomes tense and an angry response begins to form. But you pause. You examine what was actually said. separate useful feedback from personal interpretation, and choose the response the situation requires. The discomfort may remain, but every reaction does not have to become an action. So the practical method is pause consciously, examine the reaction, choose the right action, act without possessiveness. The intellect is still an instrument within material prakrti. Its function is to examine and distinguish. We use that function carefully without confusing the instrument with the conscious being. This is the stabilizing movement of karma yoga. We do not deny emotions, act impulsively from them, or use the result to establish our worth. We perform the appropriate action and offer it to Bhagavān. Verse 5 also gives us a deeper direction. Bhagavān, the divinity, reveals two dimensions of his prakrti: the material field described in the previous verse and the higher conscious principle associated with the jiva, through which the living world is sustained. At this stage, we should not rush to resolve every philosophical question about the relationship between the jiva and Bhagavān. Krishna, the master, is unfolding that understanding gradually. For now, let us carry one reflection into daily life. The mind may present a reaction, but every reaction does not have to become an action. Use the instruments carefully, perform the duty sincerely. Do not make the outcome your identity. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Om Tat Sat.